Welcome back to the Half Thumb Homestead. So today we're going to change out the cable on this door that unlatches the upper latch and the lower latch. The door will open. Because right now on my Deer Lease van here, it's pretty dirty, it needs to be cleaned. That upper one is sticking, so we'll have to pry that sucker open and then change those cables out by taking off the door panel. But right now we're working on the cables. Got my trusty toolkit here with all my awesome tools in it. And I'm not sure you can see this, but that's the issue right there, is that will not release. Alright, so I got the door open. I started to take these guys out here. These are T40s. I got it loose and then I was able to take the door panel off from the inside, like I said a minute ago. And this is the cable here. And if you pull on the cable, it actually was able to pull this down low enough to get it to release. So I got the door open. Now this is the cable that the internet says is mine, but it sure looks short. So I'm going to try and show you inside the door here how this stuff works. Camera's going to go sideways for a minute. Sorry. So I've repaired this one before. So all that washer does is it stops the cable from going inside that plastic lanyard there, that plastic piece. So when you pull this, it's supposed to stop it from going in. And what's happening is it's popping. You see it pop over there, and that's keeping it from releasing the latch up top. So I'm probably going to take just a washer, because the cables I got are too small. I mean, they're like this length here. So I'm probably just going to take a washer like I did here before and just cut it, bend it around and stick it on there. And that's enough to hold it to keep the cable from going inside there so it'll actually release. And then I'll adjust the upper latch a little tighter. So in order to take out the upper cable on the aft door, you have to release that plastic piece in there. There's two bolts that hold the upper latch in, this bolt and this bolt. It'll come out. So to release the plastic piece internally, just take a pair of needle nose here. It's nice and easy. You're going to push these in like so. I need two hands to do this, so it's going to be difficult to show you. So don't squeeze too much because you'll break it. So just nice and easy, just a little, release that clip, and then it'll push over like so. That's it, and it pops out. And then the cable also has a release inside, a little ball that will need to get out as well. But you can put a washer on that, or you can replace the cable. I'm going to put washers on the upper and the lower because all the plastic's coming off. That's supposed to be, see all the plastic falling off that thing? It's supposed to be nice and hard on there, rigid. So I've taken my channel locks and a pair of cutters. I used these blunt cutters here. They cut right through rather than trying to use a regular pair of side cutters. Need a lot more leverage with these. Now I've done two washers, one smaller one because the bigger washer obviously would slide over the top of this here. And then I just stacked them on there. So what this is going to do is it's going to go inside there and it's going to prevent the housing of the cable from sliding into and not allowing the latch up top to release. So I have to do the other side still. So this cable is a lot longer than the one they sent me in the mail. Obviously it'd be way easier just to order the right cable, but I don't have time for that. So I'm going to bend those washers around and stick them on here. I realize this is some hack stuff doing, but hey, it works. Using these vice grips is not how I cut off my thumb, in case you're wondering. These are really nice vice grips, by the way. If you want to see a great video on these, head over to 737 Mechanic. He's got a great video on these. These are actually made in the United States, and they are no longer made in the United States. They're made over in China now. Snap-on bought the plant. These things are $37 as opposed to the $100 Snap-on ones, and if you head over to 737 Mechanic on YouTube, he does a great video on explaining the whole whatever they did about that stuff. So we're just going to bend this washer out a little bit, like so, just enough to fit over the cable. Try and make it so you can see this here. All right, and then we'll straighten the washer out. Then we're going to take the bigger washer, which is my second one. Watch my nub there. And you don't have to use vice grips to hold these. I just found it a lot easier. Little tweak to bend it open. Make sure that it's on the other end of that other washer. Now you can probably find a real small 1/8 inch washer, large area. I didn't have any, and I don't want to go to the store again. Line those back up. Now, in all pretense and purposes, this should work. It's worked on every other door I've had. Had I gotten the cable from them like I was supposed to in the mail, they said would fit. So what happens now is this will go to here and stop it from collapsing internally. I might have to cut one more bigger washer and put it on this side. In fact, I will go do that. Alright, so I've clamped the other washer in here, and I've got these little cutters. These things are awesome. Doesn't have to be perfect. Cut it, and you want to release it. Twist it a little bit. Give it that bend to open it up. It's kind of like a lock washer. Alright. Put it inside there and straighten it out. Now the stack up might be better than going to the store and just getting one large washer, because I'm not exactly sure where that was supposed to stop. So when we put this in, when we install this, it's going to sit like so, and it's going to prevent the cable housing from going inside, and it will allow this to release. Now we're going to put the bigger one on this side too, just because we want it to be the same. Alright, so there we have it. Now we got to put this thing back in. To reinstall it, we're going to drop it from the top here down, and then when we put the ball into the handle, we didn't have to take the handle off. We pull it out like so, and you can see where that lower one goes in there. It'll just go right into that other part of the housing there. See where that lower one is? Just goes right in there and slips us in the ball, and then bam, it's good to go. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so I put the latch back in, hooked it up, and now it works. Got to get a screw for that guy. So T27 on top. If you have to adjust the door, this is a T40. And then, like I said, the ball just goes right inside that thing in there and locks in on the upper and lower cables. And And that's how the washers work. See how it's preventing the housing from going inside that plastic? And that's what makes the latch open and close. So this, if you're wondering, this is just a spring. It's supposed to have a spring in it. And what this does is when the door is closed, it puts a little bit of pressure on the door, keep the door from rattling. So I don't drive this much, and when I do, I'm not back here, I'm in the front. So I'm not worried about it. It doesn't bother me. But you can get these off LMC. I did adjust this and put it as far as I can because I'm having issues with it leaking. I'm going to replace this seal as well. And hopefully that'll stop the water leak. And that's how you fix a door for cheap on the E150 vans. This is a 96 Ford E150. A couple washers, a couple cutters, good to go. There you have it. Half thumb out.